Richter is an Echo, guys. I mean, I don't want to call him a literal who, but if he can make it in, the possibilities are endless. Third-party Echoes are game. So are newcomer Echoes. So are Echoes that have a couple different moves. So who do I think has a chance at making it in? Well, let's check it out. I should note this order isn't too thought out, so don't get your panties in a twist if you think number 4 should be number 3 and vice versa or something. Now guys, I know that Nin10 is a bit of a meme guess, but it's looking more and more possible that Nin10 could be an Echo Fighter of Ness. Beyond just the ease of adding him, I think he really would round out Earthbound representation, a character for each game in the franchise. The fact that he looks like Ness really does help him out, but I really think the team can take some liberties to make him look unique, and I really want to see that. I think his biggest obstacle is the relative obscurity of the Earthbound franchise, with Mother 1 being especially obscure when compared to its sequels. But even then, he's always just seemed an inch from being in the game. It can happen. I doubt that they would really do much to change his animations, but I really would like to see him refraining from using PSI since he doesn't actually canonically know any damage-dealing PSI. I mean, I think if they really want, they can throw in a few of Lucas's more harsh punches and kicks onto Ness's completely non-PSI smash attacks for a really cool mix of the two current Earthbound characters. Also, I think it would be awesome to see him use his 4D slip as a roll instead of just rolling, but I mean, I can only ask for so much. I don't have as much to say about Ken because I don't play Street Fighter, but I think he has a decent chance of making it into the game. Ken has always been a big foil to Ryu, and that alone gives him a good edge in becoming an Echo, since it seems that being a counterpart of some sort tends to be the prevailing pattern in the Echo so far, except for maybe Chrom and Roy. Ken and Ryu probably have one of the most famous rivalries in gaming, and that gives Ken a good edge in my book. If he does get in, I doubt he'll be too different from Ryu. Even though in Street Fighter they have been getting progressively more and more different, he will probably be as far from Ryu as Dark Pit is from Pit. He may have some visual changes, but that will likely be it. So, a certain someone hasn't been confirmed as an assist trophy. I think Shadow can be a good Echo of Sonic for the same reason Ken would be a good Echo of Roy. But not just that. I think Shadow has a lot of potential to go beyond just being a glorified costume swap. If he does make it in, he'll likely be played with a lot more than a character like Ken would. This is because Shadow in the Sonic games has a lot of similar abilities to Sonic, but he also has a few more things to work with. You can argue that he should have his own unique moveset, but you could have argued that for Dark Samus. Speaking of her, I'm sure he would have some new animations as well. The one concern I have is that Shadow might not feel completely in place. I don't know, something about Sonic and Shadow being the only Sonic representatives feels a little bit weird. But as I said, Richter opened so many doors. Here's my guess. I think Shadow has a decent chance at getting in, but if they add Tails, Shadow will definitely get in as well. Guys, I know Dry Bowser's a little bit hard to believe, but I really do think he has a chance. But ever since his first appearance in New Super Mario Bros., fans of Super Mario Bros. Have fallen in love with him. So much so that he made it into Mario Kart Wii, and his original absence in Mario Kart 8 was noticed by quite a few people. He's finessed his way in pretty much every Mario spin-off this side of the Mississippi. He's turned into a popular character, and I think he has a good chance at making it in. If I had to guess, he'll be faster than Bowser with reduced lag, and maybe they'll make his fire breath a little different. Perhaps instead of shooting a beam, he'll do one of Bowser's customs. I look forward to seeing what they might do for a final smash if he gets in. Most likely it'll be the same Giga Bowser but just a skeleton, which, I mean, sounds pretty awesome. It could also just be him but big, as seen in plenty of his fights. Even though squids and octopuses are much more different than we give them credit for being, they are still considered counterparts in media. Ever since the first Splatoon, the Octo Links have been the bane of the Inkling Society's existence, and I think they have a good chance of being an Echo Fighter in Ultimate. I think they speak pretty well for themselves. They're Inklings, except evil, and they're octopuses. They pretty much can do everything Inklings can do, but slightly different visually. They're the perfect Echo. Their chances are just more noteworthy with the recent Splatoon 2 Octo expansion, which gave a huge lore boost to Octo Links in their way of life, and now's a better time than ever to put them in Smash Bros. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong were not enough for Super Smash Bros. The Donkey Kong franchise is quite large and noteworthy, so they added K. Rool, but something tells me that even K. Rool isn't enough. Who could be an Echo from this franchise? Funky? Although Funky got some spotlight in the recent port of Tropical Freeze, Dixie Kong has been a more consistent Donkey Kong character for the last few years. There is one big problem though. Dixie doesn't have a tail, and Diddy Kong uses his tail a decent amount. Well shit, the dream's over. If only Dixie had a long, flexible, limb-like object attached to her that she could use in battle. Oh sweet. Her moves will likely be the same for the most part, except that her recovery is her helicoptering with her ponytail. They'll probably do something similar with her final smash. Instead of the jetpack peanut guns, I'm guessing she'll probably just grab a bunch of people with her hair and smack them around. There's a lot of talk that the major faces of Nintendo are running out. We're losing good first-party material to work with. The people who say that bring up a good case, but they seem to forget someone who's a big name in Nintendo. Isabelle! Now you guys may say I am biased, but I really think she'll make it. She hasn't been confirmed to be an assist trophy yet, and that actually gives her good odds. Also, her previous representation as a Mii costume helped her as well, because we have seen K. Rool, Chrom, and Inkling upgrade from a costume to an actual character. Her only weakness is her lack of potential for a really unique spin on Villager's moveset, but she's so popular that she can work. So yeah, she's my #1 prediction. Who do you think will make it into Smash Ultimate as an Echo Fighter? Do you agree with my picks, or am I a moron? Let me know. Thank you for watching.